All right, everyone, how are you doing? This is like my fourth or fifth, probably fifth attempt at making this video, but guess what? I've made a video every day this week. I set out to do it, and you guys don't know how hard it is, but it's so hard. I said I'm gonna try to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday throughout the week, and then on the weekends we get what we get, okay? And I'm gonna stream either tonight or tomorrow night because I want to test my stuff or whatever, because we had some difficulties during the live game on last Saturday, but it was my internet, and I blame you because it happened last year. They throttle me down when I don't pay my bill, and I don't even know it because we can still operate, you know, watching TV and everything with the internet. So I don't know it's throttled down until I try to stream. And I told you last year, I said, if my stream isn't working, say, Shanko, did you pay your bill? And that's what you should have told me. And I have no idea why this is the only bill I got that's not on auto pay. Don't ask that question. But that's what happened. So now we're back, and I have, I think, like one more year. They promised me next year they'll have me on a symmetrical where I can turn all my equipment back up. You know, when I was on a symmetrical and AT&T fiber, I could just stream like nothing, just like all resolution, just throw it up into the air. All right, let's talk about defense. Is this the best defense that we've ever had? Now, you and we can easily answer that question quickly because I don't know any. You know what I'm saying? The Wade defenses were good. I like the Wade defenses. A lot of you guys didn't like it, but I like the Wade, and they were really good standalone defenses with Ware and Anthony Spencer or whatever. They could really get pressure on the quarterback like that or whatnot. So those were good. I don't know if to talk about the Ryan. The defense is back when I was during my day, the 90s defense or whatever. I told people during that time, after that time, and right now, that defense fit like a glove with that offense of the 90s. And the offense, the main defense, they were defending the ball by keeping it away from the other offense. That was our number one defense back then. So if we were up by a couple of scores in the fourth quarter, it would be Emmett, Mike, Novacek, Emmett, Novacek, Emmett, Mike, touchdown, and it took like 9 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like, okay, game's over. If somebody scores, you know what I'm saying? So that's what that offense did. And the defense really just was chilling on the sidelines most of the time. So I can't really include that defense, even though it was the number one statistically in the league. It still wasn't like the Ravens defense that came out, yeah, we're about to beat you. Now, let's get to this defense. All right, we have a duo that is something that we haven't seen in a long time. The duos that come to mind when I think of this, let me bring my notes out. Let me have them handy. But when Herb Adderley came in his last days, and now I'm not this old, I did my research. When Herb Adderley came over from the Raiders at the end of his career, he came here with Mel Renfro, and they had a great combination for the time that he was here or whatever. Then, and I see this as Gilmore coming in at the end of his career as well, partnered with somebody who's one of the top corners in the league right now. And also another combination I think fits this even closer is Everson Walls and Dennis Thurman, because I remember little me remembers those two, you know. But Everson Walls, the main thing I remember about Everson Walls is he didn't care about anything but trying to get an interception. So him and Diggs, they twinning. they're the same dude. I don't feel like tackling. I don't feel like covering. Let me just get the ball when it's in the air. Is that okay? And when it works, yes, it's definitely okay. It's more than okay. It's great. So they're that type of mind. And Dennis Thurman is more of the Stephon Gilmore type. That's a good solid corner still, whatever, but has a knack for taking the ball away from you. He likes doing that too. Okay, got those two. And the fit, you've seen fits like this throughout the NFL. The one that comes to my head is the Revis Crow fit. Those two, like, when they came together, they both were pressed corners. They wouldn't let your receiver anywhere, and they went to get the quarterback. And it just, the whole thing just fit together with those two corners. Another one, remember Chris Harris Jr. and Talib. They just fit. You know, when Talib came to Denver, it just worked together, and the pass rush just took off with those corners. I see us having a similar combination with our pass rush and our corners. And our corners are they're going to give up some stuff, because you know Trevon Diggs, you've seen him play before, but just wait for it. Just wait for it. It's coming. All right, at the third wide receiver, we got Bland, who just balls out. Bland just balls. I mean, he goes hard all the time in training camp, everywhere, and he also has a knack for catching that ball, just like the other two. So he fits in right in number 3. And number 4, Jordan Lewis. Did you forget he played for us? I mean, I did too, until I saw him in training camp, and I was like, because you know I want Deuce to wear number 2. I was like, who got on Deuce jersey? And I was like, oh, it's Jordan Lewis. Oh, he's still here. And you know what, because we hadn't really seen him in the number 2, because they wasn't even wearing, since he wasn't playing, they hadn't been wearing. I think Trevon Diggs was still wearing 27 back when he was playing. But he's still really, if you remember back some of the interceptions he got, they were absolutely ridiculously good as far as being able to cover the inside. So you got those guys, and you have Nashawn Wright, 6'4", and I think I willed that guy onto this football team. I literally did. I mean, I when I first saw him, 6'4", could jump, could run, and all that kind of stuff. I was like, please let this one work. Please let this one work. And my goodness, it's working. So I'm sure that he's going to make this football team. Then you got Boss Man Fat, who, if you look at go open up your Madden. If you get your Madden today, if you already got it, whatever, look at his numbers now. Look at his numbers in this Madden, and his numbers are beautiful. His agility, his acceleration, his speed, all that kind of stuff. All his attributes are good. It's just, I guess, that Madden even trying to tell him, man, if this guy gets his head straight, he can play great football. So I think it's up to Boss Man Fat what he's going to do with his career or whatever, because he has all the tools. He has them all. And then you have Eric Scott Jr., who didn't have a great game last week, but he had a great mini camp. He had a great training camp, and I really look forward to seeing him on Saturday, because I think he's going to be, I think he's going to have a really good game on Saturday. So those are my corners. Now let's get to the safeties. I'll start with Curse. As a lifelong Clemson fan, I did my best to get that guy on this football team. I was like, please get Kirk. I mean, he's not being utilized wherever. He needs to be here with us or whatever. So you're welcome again. Nashawn Wright, Jaron Curse, and I'm currently working on Isaiah Simmons right now. I'm pleading to the football gods, please. Can you imagine that dude dropped in our defense? Ugh. So you got him. Then you got Malik Hooker, who is very similar to Curse, as they went to the wrong team. They went to a bad fit. And now they're playing good, very good under Dan Quinn. And then you got Donovan Wilson, who is looking just cut and lean and mean and ready to play. So those 3 safeties are just really good. And then you also have Israel Mukamu, and you also have, who was the last one? My boy, the bubble guys, my boy Wanye Thomas, Marquise Bell, and Tyler Cole. So those guys are our bubble guys. So that's our defense. But let me tell you something. I'm going to take out Jordan Lewis first. Because remember, Jordan Lewis was a member of our football team when we had midget corners. And they used to call us and say we had midget corners or whatever. Check this out. Donovan Wilson's pretty much the shortest guy out there at 6 foot. Then you got Stephon Gilmore at 6'1". Malik Hooker at 6'1", Trevon Diggs at 6'1", which I think he's 6'2". I think was wrong. Deron Bland 6'2", Eric Scott Jr. 6'2", Nashawn Wright 6'4", Jaron Curse 6'4", and Israel Mukamu 6'4". And then all the bubble guys, they still, if one of them gets on the team, Wanye is 6'3", Bell's 6'2", and Cole's 6'1". So they are tall, they are ball hogs, and they are good. And this secondary is the reason I believe this is one of the best defenses. And it's something, it's like a mixture of a lot of things, because it's going to work with our offense, but also it is a defense that we've never seen before, because they just keep throwing guys at you. You know, it's not just, 11 guys like the Ravens defense back in the day, or even the ones I just said with the Jets and the Broncos when they would come after you. It's not that one. They're gonna send different people. The only constant is gonna be probably Micah. He's the one who probably not going to come out the game, because you can't make him come out the game. Everybody else is going to come in and out, But Micah, Diggs, and Gilmore, they're going to stay in the game the whole time. Can you imagine that? All right, guys. So, like I said, it's live stream tonight, tomorrow night, just fixing everything, making sure everything is going to run well for the game on Saturday. And I'll see you then. I'll let you. Peace.